Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. C and today we are talking about basic fractions. So before you had been working with whole numbers. Remember, whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So we're talking about entire things like one iPad, one whole complete iPad, one bicycle, one candy, one eraser, not part of something, not broken up into parts, okay? So let's talk about a sheet of paper. So one whole sheet of notebook paper. That is one entire thing. But what if I don't want the whole thing? What if I only want part of it? Okay, let's go ahead and cut it up into two parts. Two equal parts. That's the other important thing that you need to know when you're studying fractions, that they have to be the same amounts. Okay, so there you have equal parts. What if I gray one away? All right, I took one away. What am I left with? Am I left with a whole sheet of paper? No, I'm left with part of that sheet of paper. How do I say how much I have left? That's where fraction comes in. So let's talk about how many parts there are total. There are 2 parts total. And how many parts are left? There is 1 part left. So the way we show that in fractions is putting it 1 over 2. 1 is your numerator. That's your numerator. That's how many parts I kept. And the bottom number is the denominator. Denominator is how many parts there are total. So there is 1 over 2. That is called 1/2. I have 1/2 of the paper left. All right. So far we have reviewed that whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now that we're talking about fractions, we know that we are talking about having equal parts. Breaking up something, but having equal parts. And then the parts of the fraction is the numerator and the denominator. The numerator is what tells you how many parts you have left, or how many parts you have shaded, or even how many parts you took away. The bottom number is the denominator. The denominator tells you how many parts there are total, okay? So let's look at the piece of paper that I have one of the 2 parts away. So that is called 1/2. Let's have the piece of paper, the whole page all together again. Okay, so now you have the whole page, 1 page. But now I want to cut it up into 4 parts. Okay, let's cut it up into 4 parts. And there you see, I'm going to take one of those parts away. Okay, so how much of that paper is left? Remember, your numerator tells you how many parts are left. The denominator tells you how many parts I have in total, how many parts there were in total. Okay, so your fraction should be 3/4. Why? Because I have 3 of the 4 pieces of paper left. All right, so that is fractions. Let's go ahead and take a quiz now. What fraction is that? Next fraction. What fraction is that? Okay, what fraction is that? Okay, now let's do the next one. What fraction is this? All right, and finally, what fraction is this? And that's been your review on fractions. Go ahead and practice that a lot and watch the video if you need to again. And don't forget to visit teachcow.com.